Hi guys, welcome to another episode. We're out here in the Norrhart domains hunting char. So there are only a few even vanguard here at the Eye of the North, and they're about to be attacked by a huge char force which were last sighted out here. So Peter's gone off on his own to help out the even vanguard. Both Matt and Tom are still at the Eye of the North. I've counted up all of your votes, and by quite a long way actually. It was everybody wanted to see Matt come up here and help Ogden with the Norn. I'm not entirely sure why. Some people said because of the shape-shifting stuff. Who knows? In fact, I'm actually happy I asked you guys, because my original plan was going to be to have Matt go see the Asura. So that's the way it's worked out, and I'm really happy to... Oh, God, here we go. So here's all the char. Lots of char. Look at all these guys. Okay. I think some of them are low level, so it shouldn't be too bad. But Jesus, look at them all. Have I got a bow by any chance? Yes, I do. Good. Oh, my God. Look at them all. I forgot how many there were. Alright, we'll just grab those ones. Oh, look at it. Look at all the hunters. Brilliant. Okay. So, yeah, that's what's going to be happening. We'll see them sort of proceed forward in the story by the end of this episode. There's still a few things I want to be helping out with, obviously, though, around with the Even Vanguard. Near here, I think I might have bitten off more than I can chew here. This is a hell of a lot of char. There are new varieties of char that we'll be seeing here in Eye of the North. Quite a few of them. Like, for instance, this one here, Bladestorm. I mean, some of them just look really cool. They're just all kinds of different types of char around. Come on, let's nuke them out. They're all low level, so they should be easy to just sort of blow up. But they're standing around for a while. There are a lot of char, though. Not all of them are low level. Some of them are quite strong. It's a bit like, do you remember Latender Bog? All those kind of scales. Some are quite strong there, but a lot of them were low level. And yeah, they just look quite intimidating. It's quite cool. And I'm pretty sure some of them are going to try and speak to us as well. But let's kick these ones' asses. See, I remember the first time I came up here to Eye of the North, I hadn't got this quest. And what actually happens with the main storyline is, yes, there's going to be a split, but soon everybody will be coming to a place called Gunnar's Hold, which is very close to here. It's, in fact, the way in is there. Can you see that sign that says "Welcome to Gunnar's Hold"? Everyone will be going into there, and like, you come past all these char, and if you come past here without the quest, then you just see all of the char, and you're like, why are they there? And they don't actually spawn away until you complete the quest, which is really quite cool. Right, so that's all of those. There should be some more though. What does our map say? Okay, north a little bit. Yeah, here we go. Here's even more. And I think they talked to us about a new character, in fact, who's like going to be one of the... There are many antagonists in Eye of the North, but this is just going to be one of them. Let's grab these guys. I don't want to fight all of them at the same time, so come on. Plus this will ball them up fairly nicely. There we go. I really should have brought Cyclone Axe or something. That would have been cool. Oh, Jesus, look how close they were. They just all walked right past us. I didn't already miss the dialogue, did I? Nope. Okay, let's go grab these guys. Oh, there's some more. Oh, okay, Pine Souls over here. So yeah, obviously the char aren't the only things about here. You've got the wildlife out in the mountains. Well, let's just ignore that creep over there then, shall we? We'll just kill these ones. So another cool thing about char here is, you might have noticed, most monsters in Guild Wars, right, they all just have one profession, while we as humans could always have two professions. When Eye of the North came out, because ArenaNet knew, I'm really worried that those guys are going to turn around and fight us. When Eye of the North came out, because ArenaNet knew that they wanted the char to be a playable race in the sequel, they actually made the char seem more intelligent in a lot of places, and one way they did that was they gave in Eye of the North all char also have dual professions, just like people. Which is really cool. So before, you know, you just had Elementalist char. Now they all have multi-professions, and they're a lot more formidable for it. So let's fight these ones. I'm waiting for this dialogue. It's just not coming up, is it? Okay, well there we go. That's them ones dead as well. It says, see blah 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 for your reward. This isn't right. I've definitely missed some dialogue. Let's walk up a little bit and hopefully it will trigger. If it doesn't, I'll just tell you. Pretty much the char come up. That's really weird. That always comes up for me. Oh well. One of the Char, they see you and they say, "Ah, humans, we must kill them all." I'm very heavily paraphrasing here, but they say, "Oh yes, humans, we must kill them all." And then someone says something like, "Oh, Hierophant Burnt Soul wants them all dead." So they mention this Char, and this Hierophant guy is like the main Char antagonist in Eye of the North, pretty much. And he's a Char who sort of he's a member of the Flame Legion. So he's one of the Char that believed in the Titans as gods, and he kind of proclaimed himself as this thing that the Titans worshipped, and that the Titans had given him the power to rule the Char. So yeah, we'll learn more about him as he goes through. But the main thing I wanted to point out about him is he seems to be related in some way. Maybe he's in the same warband. There's another Char we met a long time ago, early on in Prophecies, called Bonfaz Burntfur, who we actually ended up killing on Rin. If you remember that guy all that time ago, he kind of ties into there. But yes, okay. So let's speak to Artificer Mullinix. I'm so sorry to anyone if I'm still saying that wrong. You survived! I feared those Char would show up with your skulls impaled on top of their pikes. If they had found our base here at the Eye of the North, well, the consequences are too dire to imagine. We owe you a great debt, friend. No problem. So we get another skill. And we get more follow-up quests, solo quests as well, so I'll kick everybody else. That near disaster with the Char Expeditionary Force has me especially concerned about our ability to defend the Eye of the North. Between the Char, the Centaur tribes, and the occasional drunken Norn, we've a lot to be concerned about. Well, considering they're so few, I can understand that. I want to make sure those who remain to provide support services are trained for battle. Show those dummies who's boss. Okay, so you get these guys over here, all these different characters, and yeah, we're going to be training a few of them up. These three here in particular, I think, or it's at least Jonathan Blunt, who, if we speak to, by the way, I can demonstrate this whole reputation thing. So he says to us right now, "You are no exception to our rules, Peter. Every man, woman and child must prove his or her worth to the cause before benefiting from our services. So until you obtain a certain rank of agent, please move along. You must understand that we haven't survived this long against Char by giving out our supplies to every Tom, Dick and Teardrinker who passes through here." Okay, so yeah, what you get is different titles, right? So if we look over, my agent title should have started to go up. So you can see we're a rank 2, we're a covert agent, and we need to keep raising that. That's our reputation with the Even Vanguard. And as I've said, every race gets that, and that gets you access to special armors and services. So yeah, anyway.
I've heard much of you.
Rune traders with swords? This should be good. Let's train these people up.
You honor me.
You'll be separated from your party, blah, blah, blah. So we actually come back into the service practice dummy. Right, so we actually get 3 minutes to destroy 20 practice dummies along with these 3 guys. These 3 are quite cool, actually, because they're all named after, I think they were ArenaNet. Oh, okay, so the dummies have just appeared. I think they're all named after specific ArenaNet employees who started working at ArenaNet when Eye of the North was being made, which is really cool. I think one of them, in fact, is a writer of the team. You know, I always kind of credit just a few writers in the guild. You know, whenever I talk about the writing, I'm always talking about, you know, Jeff Grubb or Rhys Sosby. But, you know, I really should appreciate the fact that there are a hell of lots of writers there. And, you know, you just don't really ever realise their names. But, yeah, I was on the wiki and I found out one of these people is named after a real writer. But yeah, you get 3 minutes, okay? I don't know whether my build can do this. It's irrelevant, though, because I'll show you an awesome little glitch that can make this so easy, it's not even really worth completing. So yeah, we're all going to run around and fight these practice dummies, and you get a pretty cool skill from this. As I said, that you can get skills from quests, and a lot of the skills in Eye of the North are skills that couldn't be used in PvP, and this is kind of a controversial thing. Some people didn't like it, some people do, and these skills, also important to note, they get stronger as you increase in reputation. So that actually increased by doing this. They'd introduce something into Guild Wars, a game that's always not meant to be about grind. They've introduced skills that you have to grind to get stronger at, which, yes, is kind of bad, though it is very moderate. I must say, you know, these skills don't get much more powerful for ranking up the ranks. I really don't think it's that bad. And, you know, they had good reason to do it as well. They knew that I mean, they've been developing Guild Wars 2 for 5 years now. Eye of the North's been out, what, 3 or 4? They knew players would have to be playing for a long time. They needed some way to incentivize, to give people the incentive to actually stay playing the games, you know what I mean? So I can understand why they do it, but a lot of people were really annoyed. Anyway, I've gone off on a bit of a tangent. The PvE skill you get from this actually allows you to summon a member of the Even Vanguard to your side whenever you want, and it's pretty brilliant. So it looks like I'm going to do this. and easily as well. I mean, at some professions this is easier than others. That's just always the way it goes with solo quests. As I'm hoping to show you in the next episode. The next episode, again, when we get to this place called Gunnar's Hold, I keep sort of talking about it when I shouldn't be, but when we get there, there's going to be a big tournament, and I'm hoping to do some cool stuff there. Okay, so that's the quest, right? Quest updated, service, practice, dummy. I love the title of this quest, by the way. It's pretty hilarious. So we'll be returned. And now I'm going to actually abandon it and show you just how easy this can be. Because I never knew this when I first started playing. And, you know, it's just absolutely brilliant. Especially if you want to do it on, like, alternate characters. So I'll abandon the quest. Get it again.
May the gods protect you.
Go back in, and before we go in, type /resign in your chat box, yeah? Then you say you're ready, and then keep hammering the enter button. Just keep hammering it, and you should resign instantly, right? It will kill you, it will say that you failed, but all the dummies die. And because all the dummies die, it automatically completes the quest in a matter of seconds. So then you can just map back. Oh, it maps you back for you. And there you go. That's how easy that quest is. So feel free to do that, guys. I mean, it's a pretty cool little exploit, isn't it? Right, so
how can I help?
Let's hope your training paid off. I've got reports that more enemies are on the march towards us at this very moment. Oh, wonderful. Who could have seen it coming? So yeah, this even Vanguard assassin support, and this is probably a skill I'll start using eventually in the future. The assassins are much more powerful against the Char. I don't know whether the idea is they're enraged against them or what. But yeah, it's a very fun skill. Okay, so this is the last quest that we do to help out the even Vanguard here at the Eye of the North. And then Tom, Matt, Peter, we're all going to head off up to Gunnar's Hold, so...
You honor.
It's a very good thing that you trained the support personnel here in the Eye of the North. The Modniir are taking advantage in the absence of our main force. The Modniir are the Shiverpeak tribe of Centaurs. They're the ones that were sort of... Do you remember when they were completely raping all of the refugees as we were going across the mountains? This is that same tribe, except now they're back and they're bigger and badder. As we speak, their numbers march upon us. We must not give up this base. It is our only foothold in the north and our lone base of operations behind Char battle lines. Help us defend the Eye. Okay, the Eye of the North must not shut. To arms. Some dwarven ale on a Crichton beach is sounding real nice right now. Oh yes, probably is, isn't it? So okay, so do we leave or do we speak to him?
Welcome, friend.
Oh, we speak to him. Okay, so I will form my party and let's go in. What I really like about this quest is that it brings the Centaur to the forefront of sort of the struggle with the humans are having. And you know, these are one of the big sort of opposing races to the humans in Guild Wars 2. When you start off as a human, most of it's going to be fighting against Centaurs. So it's cool that they did this. We also get the people we just trained up. They're going to be alongside us.
Who goes?
I know a lot of skills, but have yet to master battle strategy. Please teach me.
Report
My weapons are so finely crafted, a Char would look at them and cry like a little Char. The power of runes will bring me victory. Okay, so really don't underestimate this, guys. There's going to be a lot of Centaurs coming. Run up here. This is definitely my recommendation. And just try and pull them individually with a bow. This is a master difficulty quest. And we are in Eye of the North, which obviously is an expansion. Okay, well, Jonathan Blunt's gone in there and he's aggroing them all. But, oh no, it's okay. They're not fighting. So yeah, there was something else I was going to say about the Centaurs, but I've completely forgotten now. And we've aggroed them all. Wonderful. Okay, so yeah, there's a lot. There's no resurrection here. You die, that's it. It's game over. So yeah, watch out. A lot of these ones are falling over though, pretty quickly. Oh yeah, I was just going to mention, obviously, that for those of you who may have only played or seen just Nightfall, the Centaurs were dying. Oh my god, a big snowball. Okay, so that's another thing in Eye of the North. You get these things. They're usually only in dungeons, and they kind of come and run you over. It's pretty cool. But yeah, no, I was just going to mention about the Centaurs. They're a dying race, but that's only in Alona. Anyone familiar with the actual this continent, they're all over the place, which is nice because, you know, we're back on this continent. It's nice to see that the creatures that inhabit it a bit more, that, you know, particularly with the oak hearts, we haven't seen them for so long. It's just really nice to have them back, I think. Okay, so there's another Modniir over there. Why is he just stood there not doing anything? Do you want to come fight us? Oh, he's moving slow because he got stuck on the ice. Okay. So yeah, this is why it's a good idea to stay on the ramp, because of the giant snowball. Watch out for it. Kind of hoping these are the last ones. Come on. So I also like how the Centaurs use like spirits of winter to sort of when we're in the Shiver Peaks. That's cool. Okay, it wasn't the last one. Right, what have we got now then? Nothing seems to be about. Was it the last one? No, fight alongside the Eye support personnel, defend the Eye of the North from the attacking Shiverpeak Centaurs. I don't see any snowballs. I'm sure something else is going to... Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, these must be the last ones. Big old group. And they've got a boss with them. Oh, shit, and another one there. Oh, where did you all come from? Get back, everybody, run. Oh. Speaking of the support personnel, yes, they are dead. I mean, this is quite a hard quest. So, I mean, if any of you are watching this and you've been having trouble on it on yourself, I mean, feel free to look at what henchmen I've used. I mean, I didn't even put that much thought into it, but I'm doing sweet FA myself. I mean, I'm just standing here with a terrible elite, not really doing much damage, just being blocked half the time. So I'm sure, you know, whatever profession you use, you should be fine. See, and Talon just said, I just read a battle quote, he said, let the Tengu soar like they've never soared before. Going back to what he said to us at Burial Station, this is like this prophecy about the Tengu sort of ascending to the sky. And we know about a place in Guild Wars 2, at this place here, Sanctum Care. I know I'm going off on massive tangents, guys. Sorry about this. But this place here, we know this is called the Dominion of Winds. It's all so mysterious, and we think it's got something to do with the Tengu. Did I just miss the end of the fight? Oh my god, there's more. Wow, okay. I thought we just killed a boss, though. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, right. I see. The boss was waiting at the end. Okay, so Chieftain Windswept is there. Let's see if we can pull them and fight them on our terms. So, yeah, I mean, very cool stuff happening with the Tengu in Guild Wars 2. And Talon really is the last until Winds of Change come out. Come on. Come on. Don't be scared. Come on, Chieftain. Do you want to come alone? No, you're not going to come alone. Nobody ever comes alone. Yeah, and I mean, especially until Winds of Change comes out, the Talon here is the last we're really going to see. Wow, we just knocked him out instantly. Did you see that? Talon's the last we've really seen of what's going on with the Tengu until, you know, possibly even the first expansion of the sequel, which is, you know, some way away. Whew, there we go. They're all dead. Not a problem at all. Looked a bit shaky for a minute there. Look at all these drops. But yeah, it's a pretty cool quest. No dialogue in the middle though, which kind of is annoying. I guess I could have cut that whole thing out instead of ranting about random things, but there you go. So yeah. Let's go tell the Artificer we're done. Now that wasn't the only massive fight we're going to be having there.
Welcome, friend.
We are victorious. It will be ages before those cursed Modniir think about attacking us again. I believe we can hold our own here without you. You've taught us well. Continue forth with your mission, friend, and thank you for all your aid. So yeah, this isn't actually the last massive fight we're going to have here, but it was the first. And yeah, so now, as he says, I mean, they're going to be alright if we push on. So we're going to go find the missing Vanguard now, or at least that's what Peter's going to do. In order to get there, though, we have to move through the Shiverpeaks a little bit north before we can move into the Char homelands. Remember, they said that the last Captain Langmar was seen was at Long Eyes Ledge, which is about over here. So for that journey, Peter will actually be going north and indeed going to Gunnar's Hold en route with both Tom and Matt. So I will see you guys in a bit with all of them. See you in a bit.
We need my people's knowledge.
No, we need the Norn as allies.
It's up to you, Buka. Which do we do first?
Why do I have to make the tough decisions?
You're just lucky, I guess.
Right, well, go screw yourself, Gwen, because Peter's helping you. And we are now on Matt, and as decided by you guys, the lovely viewers, we're going to be going to check out Ogden's Stone Healer. So, hello, Ogden. What have you got in store for us with the Norn?
Hail, and well met.
We must prepare. The end times are coming. Every dwarf must do his duty. The destroyers have ventured dangerously near the surface, and dwarves are few and far between up here. We must gain allies, or we can rally into an army. Only then can we repel this threat. Corey, get out of the way. And keep those blasts. Seriously, get out of the way, you dumb flamingo. Sorry, only then can we repel this threat and keep these blasted destroyers contained beneath the surface. That Norn who didn't attack us on sight, she might be an excellent starting point for creating the army we need. Okay, so let's go sort out the Norn, shall we? Okay, and last but not least, we're going to see what Vec has got to say with Tom. Again, which you guys decided, which I think will be quite fun. I actually like Vec's arc more than the others, so we'll see. But this is going to kind of be on the back burner for a little bit.
Interesting.
Trust me, Vek is the answer to all your problems. I'm sure he is. Right, so the knowledgeable Asura. There's no time to lose, Booker. To have any chance at all, we need the knowledge of my people. You can reach my homelands by travelling west to a gate located in the Vloxen excavations. That should take us where we need to go. Right, so the reason why this is going to be on a bit of a back burner is if I press M, the Asura are actually all the way over here, which is, as you can tell, miles away. And as you might suspect, we're going to be using an Asura gate to get through to there. But this is just a long, long way away to even get to the gate. So first we're going to be focusing on what Matt's doing with Jorah. So we'll be seeing the next bit from his perspective as everybody goes up to Gunnar's Hold, which, as I said before, is one of the largest Norn settlements, so it should be pretty good. Okay, here we are. Everybody's here. We're all in the party. We're ready to travel. We're watching this from Matt's perspective, of course, because this is sort of the far Shiverpeaks we're already in, so this story arc has really already begun. We're looking for Norn to help with Ogden, so let's go on out. So we're looking for Jorah, and what do you know? She appears out here straight away, so let's have a little chat. Hello, Jorah.
Yeah, hey there.
She says, an unearthly creature, the Norn Bear, ravages my homeland, and it is my duty to stop it. Okay, so do you remember when we first met her, she wasn't interested in fighting us. She said she was hunting bigger prey. This is what that's to do with, and it all ties into why she can't become the bear and all that kind of stuff. So she says, I have tracked it throughout the far Shiverpeaks, but it continues to elude me. My soul will not be at peace until these lands are rid of the wretched beast. This burden is mine alone, although I doubt you would understand that. But you will never gain the trust of my people until you learn our ways. Seek out Gunnar Poundfist in his Harstead to the north. He will tell you more about my people. Okay, so we will find Gunnar. And you can hear what Jorah's talking about here. She kind of embodies what a lot of the Norn are like. Their official description is actually they're a fiercely independent race. And that's very true. Okay, so Matt says, we'll keep an eye out for this savage beast, Jorah. And Ogden chirps in, yes, aye, and if we help you, you'll help us, eh? She says, my task is my own. Your offer is appreciated, but I am Norn. We succeed or fail through our own measures without the help of others. So, yeah, they're very independent. And just straight from the off, you can kind of see that Ogden's plan to rally an army of Norn who really only kind of care about themselves and don't fight in massive packs like this is kind of flawed from the off. So we'll see how this goes. But this is kind of what this whole arc is about, to do with Jorah and in turn the rest of the Norn. So let's keep going. Okay, so back here at the Norrhart Domains entrance, we're not actually going to be coming back to the Icecliff Chasms for quite a while. There is reason to come back eventually. The story will take us back here. There's actually another place over here which I never showed you called the Battle Depths. That's actually locked to us at the moment, but that's where the bulk of the dwarves, including the king of the dwarves, actually are at the moment. So until then, though, we're not going to be really seeing the Eye of the North or the Icecliff Chasms for a fair amount of time. So yeah, say goodbye, I guess, and let's move on through. And now, because we've agreed to help out Jorah, a few spawns change, and we get a nice little surprise on our way through. Oh, there's a Norn here as well. Lakor Balmgiver. Let's speak to him.
Never
impress me in a battle,
abandon
then
Norn.
we talk. Okay, bring it. So again, I mean, now we've got 6 of us, and we can really fight very, very easily. So he says, 3 Norn came to my hearth complaining of these monsters roaming the mountains. Too strong to defeat, they said. If you stand against these creatures, I will tell them that even humans can kill such beasts. That will teach them to be so cowardly. Alright, chance to shout the Norn? Done. Sweet. So we got this bounty. Not really going to take much advantage of it, because as we come over this hill, oh dear, lots of Norn corpses. And this thing comes out of nowhere, the savage Norn Bear. That's the Norn Bear that Jorah is after. Slay it before it harms anyone else. And Vek says, astounding. Finish the job so we can leave, will you? So, yeah, Vek is just sort of intrigued by the Norn Bear, but he doesn't really care that it's slaying innocent Norn and stuff. He just doesn't care. And this is kind of what a lot of the Asura are like, which, of course, Tom will learn more of when he actually manages to get to this gate and go further into their homelands. But yeah, the Norn Bear is quite strong. He uses this skill here, Spirit World Retreat, though, so you can't quite kill him. He disappears into the Spirit World. This Norn Bear is quick on its feet, we say. Keep looking. It can't have gotten far. Okay, so wow, we've already found it, and that will be continuing as we go through. But before we continue to hunt it, I mean, everyone's got their things to do, right? So we're hunting the Norn Bear, Matt is. Peter's going off to look for the missing Vanguard and help out Gwen. And Tom, of course, is looking for this gate, and we'll be going to see the Asura miles and miles and miles away from the others. But before that, before everybody splits up, we're going to go to Gunnar's Hold. Now, this is sort of the main place in Norn territory. This is where most of the Norn come. And here there is going to be a big tournament, which is what the next couple of episodes are going to be talking about. Everyone that most of the main characters we've ever met before are going to be trying to compete in this. And it's just a brilliant opportunity for me to show you a lot of awesome things to do with these characters, which you haven't seen before. And in fact, there's a particular character I really wanted to show you in Nightfall, and he keeps popping up in Nightfall, but we never actually got to see him, and he'll be here at the tournament and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's what the next couple of episodes will be, and then our 3 heroes will be saying goodbye. So I really hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day.